for this one this evening. Plenty of changes in the Adelaide side backing up. Steve Corica sticking with a winning formation. We will have more of that in a moment. These two sides that started the season top of the table on alphabetical order. Well, after 12 matches of this campaign, they are there again, well and truly by merit. Just one defeat all season for the home side, Adelaide, who start, as you can see, slight favourites in this one against an Auckland side who have only lost twice after starting with 6 consecutive wins and 5 consecutive clean sheets. It's been a bit of a mixed bag in more recent weeks, but they come here full of ambition. Let's have a look at the two starting lineups then. And 4 days after that 3-2 win over Victory, Carl Viet has made 4 changes. That's the most he has made from one starting 11 to another all season. Javi Lopez comes in for Ryan Kitto. He misses out with soreness. Isaias comes in for Jay Barnett in the middle of the park. Johnny Yull makes his first start of the season with Zach Clough heading to the bench. And Luka Jovanovic replaces Archie Goodwin in attack. Big night again for the number 55, Ethan Alligic. 52 A-League appearances. His first goal ever in the A-League was in a 2-3 loss to Western Sydney here at Coopers 3 weeks ago. He followed it up with the winner on Saturday night, ensuring that the Alligic family name is something of royalty in these parts. Auckland, they are fresh from their 3-0 home win over Melbourne City, and Steve Corica, whose side arrived in Adelaide on Monday, has kept faith with that starting 11. It means back-to-back starts for Jesse Randall, Logan Rogerson, Max Matter and Callan Elliott for the first time this season. Their defence, which is obviously unchanged, has conceded just 1 goal in their last 3. But it's in attack where they caught the eye last weekend. Top scorer with 4 goals, Guillermo Mai. He actually arrived from Argentinian football last season, where he played for Newell's Old Boys, Lionel Messi's first ever club, and Marcelo Bielsa's club as well, so a certain pedigree. And his opening goal against Melbourne City was a contender for goal of the season as well. They scored 3.5 for the first time this season, and it set the tone for a team that had otherwise struggled to find the back of the net in recent weeks. Carl Viet, he's had some changes in his backroom staff. You can see Travis Dodd alongside in there, stepped up into the number 2 job. And Carl Viet enjoying a fantastic season at the helm. The longest serving coach of an A-League club at the moment. Steve Corica, well, what a job he has done. The inaugural coach of this club in their inaugural season. And they are looking to move back to the top of the standings this evening, a side which has been built on the solidity of its defence. Referee this evening is Alex King. He's being assisted by Henry Day and Nick Elligan running the lines. Daniel Cook is the 4th official, and Chris Griffiths-Jones is in the VAR room. Well, it was a sellout crowd of nearly 15,000 on Saturday night. It's standing room only tickets are available, so it's another big crowd here for midweek football. The A-League is flying in Adelaide, the Reds are flying. And this top of the table clash midway through the season pits two sides not only from 2 different countries, but with very differing footballing styles. One, the attacking exuberance of youth of Adelaide United against the steely, experienced defence of Auckland FC. Daniel McBreen, this is going to be a real clash of cultures and a clash for top spot.
Well, good evening, Robbie. And you're right, the new boys on the block against the guys who have been there and done it. Top of the table clash at a packed Cooper Stadiums. What else could you ask for?
And the atmosphere was absolutely brilliant on Saturday night with Victory. We can expect a few less travellers, but we know that New Zealand fans do pop up all over the place. And now they've got two teams to choose from as well. There is Ethan Alligic, who we saw finish the game at right back on Saturday night. He's offering a little bit of cover at the moment to Javi Lopez, who comes in at left back for the second time in 3 games for Ryan Kitto. Gallegos. Vestrata loses out. Isaias was involved in that challenge. Johnny Yull finds Stephen Moore. Wide for Falami, who was excellent in the first half, in particular against Victory. Yull, the cross in towards Jovanovic. It's cleared by Smith. Johnny Yull wins it back with Alagic. Lovely feet from Ethan Alagic, and a strong challenge from Vestrata.
Well, that was lovely, confident play from Adelaide through the midfield. Down that left-hand side, 1 and 2 touch football, just really passing their way through that Auckland midfield. The team with the best defence, they are hard to breach.
Just 9 goals conceded in their 12 matches so far. 2 clean sheets in their last 3 as well. In fact, the only goal they've conceded in their last 3 was the winner to Jalen Bierman from Perth. So an unlikely source, perhaps, his first ever A-League goal.
Wasn't a bad finish either.
Certainly Alex Paulson not at fault for that one. He is currently top of the saves percentages in the A-League as well. He's only a young goalkeeper, but he's beaten in that respect by his opposite number this evening. Ethan Cox, for the second time in as many games, filling in for the injured James Delianoff between the posts for Adelaide.
Referee Alex King saying that Johnny Yull was just a little too enthusiastic there.
Randall getting the free kick. Here's Vestrata, but that's a heavy touch. Nicely done for Lamy. Accelerates, doesn't want to give the pass, and in the end runs out of room in the form of Gallegos. Guillermo Mai, the Uruguayan, coming deep, looking for the ball. No, Hiroki Sakai for the second game in a row, went off with concussion 10 days ago now. Missed the game against City as part of the protocol, and misses again here this evening. Oh, as Max Mather has done well to get the better of Bart Vriens.
Well, I thought he'd played the ball into Vriens and may have won the corner there. I thought so as well. Let's have another look here. I think he's right, yeah. Bart Vriens' foot comes down on the ball and drags it over the line.
And every corner is important in this one, because Auckland have scored more goals from corners than any other side in the competition, with 4. Perhaps importantly, as Vriens is caught again by Max Mata, who complains about the challenge. But if you're going to invite the challenge like that, you've got to expect a tackle coming, don't you?
Well, maybe not that late. It's lunging in. Look, he doesn't really get too much of him, does he? But Vriens, with the experience, wins the foul and takes the pressure off a little.
Isaias against Gallegos does well. Mork invites Dylan Perias forward for the first time this evening. Closed down by Randall. Jovanovic, nice use of the body. Isaias again. Yull with the veteran Spaniard closing in on Eugene Galekovic's all-time appearance record for Adelaide. He already holds the most A-League appearances now, given away by Javi Lopez. Kalami does well.
Well, you said there was a youthful Adelaide team, but tonight there's a fair sprinkling of experience and age in there. Javi Lopez coming back in, Isaias as well. Bart Vriens at the back. Stephen Mork's been around the traps for a while now.
It's true, still just 28, Stephen Moore, but the other 3 are the wrong side of 30. Bart Vriens, 33. Javi Lopez, 38. As here's an opportunity with Randall. Overlapping run from De Vries. His cross is a nice ball to the back post. Javi Lopez just doing enough under pressure from Logan Rogerson.
Well, he did very well, didn't he? Under a lot of pressure. It was a mistake from Parias on this near side. With the overlapping run, the ball was hung up into that far post area, and that's always dangerous. Javi Lopez, he got his angles right, got his see there, he gets his left arm out and his body across to protect the ball. The young defenders out there take note.
That is the experience and learning of Javi Lopez. Vastly experienced player. De Vries, this time back post. Mata is there. His header came off Isaias, who claims he was being pushed. Now, has that gone out of play before Mata's header, perhaps? Because that can be the only explanation.
Well, you'd think so, because it clearly came back off an Adelaide player. Unless he's saying
that there was a push, perhaps.
There was a push, and he's just said, well, just give a goal kick. I'm not too sure on that one, actually.
Well, again, the press comes from Rogerson that time. Now, Jovanovic has been flattened in the back play by Pineacker.
It's the centre-back letting his opposition striker know he's there early. Always told to try and get the nudge in before the ball gets there.
And hope that everyone has their eye on the ball.
Exactly, but obviously one of the officials was taking note on this occasion.
Here's Kikianis. Clever little pass. Isaias looking for Parias now. Now this is where he's dangerous. Comes inside. Parias goes down in the area. And referee Alex King says free kick on the edge of the box. Now I wonder if this one won't get another little looking at. Parias continued into the area, that's for sure.
Well, there's the first touch there. And I think that's what Alex King's saying. As he cuts in here, De Vries just shoves him. And that's where he's saying the foul is.
Well, there's not much of a foul by Jesse Randall, certainly not enough for a penalty.
No, I would agree with you there. I actually thought Johnny Yull had made the great run in behind, and the ball maybe slipped in behind. It could have been danger, but with the confidence that Dylan Parias has had going forward this season, why not? The pace he has always troubles the defenders.
They may have only had one defeat this season. Adelaide, it came here at home to Western Sydney. They're looking for back-to-back home wins for the first time this season. Alagic drives it in low. Falami, he just lost his bearings for a moment. Alagic gets another chance. Brings it all the way out with Parias. Kikianis. Flag up for offside, coming back from an offside position. Callan Elliott filling in at right back.
Well, that's sloppy, really, isn't it, from Kikianis? Maybe they weren't expecting the ball to come straight back in. Thought it may have gone wide, but still, I'm sure Carl Veert wouldn't be happy with that.
Alex Paulson goes long, very long, towards the opposition box. Isaias not taking any chances. Falami, a good header. Jovanovic now. You can see the pressing of the Auckland players. Oh, was Falami. Almost went past Tommy Smith. I'm not sure he knew too much about it, the big old central defender. But he got his body in between player and ball. Big up and under from Pineacre. Javi Lopez turns into trouble. And this is what you can expect from this Auckland side. Plenty of duels, a challenge every time there's a 50-50 ball, and if it's not 50-50, make it 50-50.
Yeah. They're big, strong and aggressive, aren't they? Stephen Corica has got them fighting fit, very aggressive, very quick on the opposition player on the ball, closing the space down, looking to get their head down.
Steve Corica likes stability. His side, with the 4 changes made by Carl Veart, it's now Auckland who have made the fewest changes to starting 11s this season, as Alaginch tried to slice through the middle. It was a good tackle in the middle of the park. Now Randall taking on Parias. A couple of speedsters in the wide position. The referee says that's Auckland's ball. It'll be Francis de Vries to come across to take. Mai with de Vries. All the way back to his captain, Smith. Estrada, the Belgian. Adelaide's turn to do the closing down and the pressing, and they've done it pretty effectively. Alaginch and Isaias almost getting in each other's way a second time. Well played, Ethan Alaginch. Kikianis with Javi Lopez. Well, it was very, very hot on Saturday night drinks breaks. It's not so hot this evening, and there's plenty of intensity out there in the opening 13 minutes. Kikianis again finds Isaias. Good challenge. Gallegos. The Chilean sliding in on the Spaniard Isaias. Just has a word in the ear of Alex King as he runs past. Fulami turns inside Elliott. Good challenge from the little right back. Giant frame, Max Mata up front for Auckland. See him coming deep, looking about the same size as Nando Painaka. Got his 3rd goal of the season against Melbourne City. He's overhit that one by some degree.
Well, neither team has really been able to get any composure on the ball in midfield. The press from both sides has been strong and aggressive, in your face, defending.
Parias, Isaias, Parias again. That's a hopeful ball forward. One in the air by Vestrata, helped on by Guillermo Mai. And all the way through again to Ethan Cox. '20-year-old Ollie Roux goalkeeper. Just his 3rd ever match after a loss against the Mariners last year. He's now back-to-back starts in the A-League. Big games as well. Victory to move top in the original rivalry game, and now top of the table clash again. James Delinov missing with a groin injury. But we don't really know how bad it is, because he wasn't meant to be on the bench against Victory. But reserve goalkeeper, or 3rd choice goalkeeper reserve in this case, Max Vartuli, dislocated his finger the day before the game. So Delinov is there on the bench again. Javi Lopez can't keep that in play. Mai does well. Vestrata looking to release Rogerson. Flag stays down for now. Randall in the middle, the early cross. Oh, it will find it all the way to Jesse Randall. Great challenge from Bart Vries, but it was another little mistake from Dylan Parias. Flag up for offside in the end.
Well, I think they all knew it was offside. Look, clearly offside. And you can see Adelaide players switch off, but And they're the rules these days. The assistant referee's done the right thing. Allow it, don't want to make any mistakes, but you've got to think, well, it's that obvious, he's right in front of you.
Mark Vriends, the vastly experienced former Sparta Rotterdam defender. Randall does well. Rogerson, little touch back for Randall. Isaias with an important challenge. Randall, who's in the side for Liam Gillian, who has made a great start to his A-League career, but was benched for the first time on the weekend and is not on the team sheet this evening. Dan Hall is still missing. There's no Scott Galloway as well. Louis Toomey misses out this evening. They do have their new signing, Francois Marley, on the bench. Crowd getting rid of some nervous energy with a bit of a slow clap. Auckland will be happy to take any sting out of the crowd, and the context of this one, they're a very solid defensive side that are good from set pieces, above all for scoring goals. Jake Brimmer's on the bench. If there is a criticism of Steve Corica's side, perhaps they lack just a little bit of creativity outside of Guillermo Mai. On the ball now. Closed down by Isaias. Rogerson, his cross deflected, and one in the air by Max Mata.
Well, the ball got out to Rogerson rather fortuitously. Found half a yard. Little deflection there, but you mentioned the frame of Max Mata. Big and strong there. Look over the top of Kikianis and Vriends and guiding it towards goal. Unable to get it down there, but it's just a little glimpse of what he's capable of. Up big and strong.
Just 24 years of age. He's already played in Switzerland, in the US, in Ireland and England, most recently with Shrewsbury Town, before heading to Sligo Rovers in Ireland on loan. So he's travelled around. Back home now. It's part of the great job done by Steve Corica and sporting director Terry McFlynn, searching the globe for some Kiwis that could have been tempted by a second professional club, because that's the other big thing. Any New Zealand player that wanted to play even professional football only had Wellington Phoenix.
Yeah, and I think that's why Auckland crowd has got behind them so much as well. Yeah, it's a new team in the competition, but they've done it the right way. They've looked to bring as many Kiwis in as they can from the local league, back from overseas. A real mix. And of course, there was talk of one other Kiwi who's banging the goals in the Premier League in England. I think he might be a few more years away, but I'm sure they'd love to see him one day back in New Zealand, whether that be Auckland or Wellington.
Kikianis with Lopez. Alagic finds Falami. One-touch football. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. He found Isaias. They've kept the ball moving with Vriends. Parias gets down the byline, crosses. Oh, and that needed some pretty smart work from Alex Paulson in goal, because he may not have been expecting it, but it looked like it was goal bound.
Well, it's definitely a cross, isn't it? And I tell you what, it was potentially scraping into that far post. I'm not sure if it was going to bend across. He wasn't able to take any chances there, Alex Paulson. Johnny
Yull with With the ball in, Paulson comes and punches. That's a great punch. Isaias with Alagic. Here's Perius again. He looks up. Floats the ball back post. Little push from Kikiana's bounce. Javi Lopez. Great save, Paulson. Now Jovanovic. And deflected just wide. And in the end, the flag is up for offside. Let's go down to the sidelines where Max Burford is with Bruce Jitte this evening for us. Gentlemen, how is this top-of-the-table clash up close and personal?
Evening, gents. Evening, everyone at home. It is a beautiful night again here in Adelaide. The sun has been out all day. It's not too hot today, thankfully. It was roasting at the original rivalry on Saturday night, but a little bit of breeze. Perfect night for football. Just want to talk on the crowd real quick. The numbers for the Melbourne Victory game on Saturday night, we've got an injury on the field here, by the way, just calling some trainers out there. The numbers for the Victory game, they had just over 14,000 people. There was an issue with one of the ticket scanners. They sorted it out, but they reckon there might have been an extra 1,000 people here. So I'm calling over 15,000 they had on Saturday, 13,000 about now. A couple of big names in the house as well. We had Valtteri Bottas on Saturday. We've got Tony Popovic here this evening. The Socceroos coach is watching on. He's up there, his own little box away from everyone else so he can take all of the relevant notes he needs. There are a few Adelaide United players in the setup, especially in the under-20 setup at the moment. And maybe a few others he might be looking at the moment. Bruce Jitte, as we have a little break here, thoughts on the opening 23 minutes?
I think the tempo's been very, very good. I'm really interested to see how the game does pan out. One team, Adelaide United, with 4 changes to the starting 11, and Auckland sticking with the same starting 11. So, considering the conditions the Adelaide United players played on the weekend, really keen to see how soon Carl starts to make changes in the second half, perhaps. But on the pitch so far, it's been a typical sort of top-of-the-table clash. Both teams feeling each other out. Auckland, obviously, first time ever at Cooper Stadium, and it's been a very enjoyable clash so far.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Max, down on the sidelines. Yes, it has been a high-intensity match so far, but I guess the big question for Adelaide is how can they begin to impose their game plan, because at the moment, in that respect, you'd think that Auckland would be the happier of the two sides. Steve Corica at the moment, because they have restricted Adelaide to 0 shots midway through the first half. Here's Verstraete. There's only been 1 effort on goal in the game so far, and that was that header from Max Mata.
Well, it's been a real battle in midfield, hasn't it? And we spoke about the aggressive press from both teams, and here we see it again. This time, Nork's a little over-eager, but neither team has really found any space to get on the ball, face forward, and get their head up to find a killer pass or a cross that can really do some damage. The press in midfield has been of a real high standard from both teams.
Just to back up why I think Auckland will be the happier. Adelaide have scored more goals in the first 30 minutes of matches this season than any other side. 9 of them so far. And they haven't even had a shot at goal. 25 minutes in, mind you, there's still 5 minutes left to add another to that list. Isaias, that's a good challenge to win that back now. Falami against Elliott. Rogerson coming back to help out. Falami working his way down to the byline. He's won the corner. I mentioned that Auckland have scored from 4 corners this season. Adelaide have scored from 2, so they also know how to find the back of the net from a set piece. Johnny Yull again to take with Ben Falami. There's the one defender out there for Auckland. Now, Yull. Well, he's lost the impetus, perhaps still manages to get it in. Lopez's glancing header. Good header away from Mata. Randall's ball just gives it straight back to Alagic.
Well, you said it, Robbie. He lost the impetus there. He had the opportunity on his right foot to swing it in. All of his teammates had made the run expecting it, and when he pulled it back, they were all left standing stranded.
Calvert looking on. He obviously made those 4 changes. He'd only made 10 changes to his starting 11 all season before those 4 this evening. But as Freens taking risks under pressure from Mai, and now Cox goes long. Clearly feeling just this summer of football on Channel 10 and Paramount Plus. There are matches in the A-League men's and women's every day of the month of January. As here goes Gallegos, cross blocked by Freens. It means that the teams have been playing an awful lot of football, and when you add the travel for an Adelaide or an Auckland into the equation, there are some tired bodies out there. We've still got another 10 days or so of it to continue. Gallegos, his ball in. Again, Mata beating Kikianis in the air.
Well, Mata there showing a little bit of physical strength. You're seeing De Vries probably winning the battle against Jovanovic in a similar vein.
Isaias is under pressure from Gallegos. This is what Auckland do. They are a strong physical side. Johnny Yull, it's a great ball for Javi Lopez. Does he have the legs? Shoulder to shoulder with Callan Elliott. Well defended again.
Javi Lopez thinks that it's a foul. Well, I thought it was a shoulder to shoulder as well. I think it was Logan Rogerson, actually, wasn't it, in the end that got there? Yep.
Not sure his 38 years appreciated the weight on the pass from Johnny Yull. But that run from Logan Rogerson is another reason why he's forced his way into this starting 11. Great defensive discipline. Jesse Randall on the other side as well. Here is De Vries. Johnny Yull looking to close him down. Little ball in behind for Randall. Freens can't keep it in. The Dutch defender, who may yet be joined by a compatriot at the back. Daan Klomp has been trialling with the club. That ball in. Oh, and potentially an own goal. It's bounced off Javi Lopez last, but again it was Max Mata making a real nuisance of himself.
Well, they've looked far from convincing, haven't they, Adelaide, from the crosses, particularly on this side. Mata, again, flinging his body at it.
Cox again. They've managed to play their way out of the first part of that. It's a great ball from Parias to find Mork. Javi Lopez with Mork again. Alagic exchanging passes. Falami up the line. Good pass from Lopez. Falami able to turn. Drives it in. Peineker's header away. Following up. Isaias is there. Takes a touch. Here's Parias. His cross. Back post. Falami just couldn't quite reach it. First real constructed attack from Adelaide in this contest.
Well, 30 minutes in, and it's the best moment of the match. Final ball there from Dylan Parias. There's Ben Falami stretching at the back post. But it was neat build-up play down that left-hand side. That man heavily involved. Good strength. Plenty of support play up as well. And Dylan Parias, as he has done so often this season, whipping those balls in from the right-hand side.
Alagic coming off 2 minutes from time against victory to a hero's ovation means that Dylan Parias is the only Adelaide player to have played every minute of the season so far. Randall with De Vries through the legs of Parias. Isaias is there. He wants the goal kick and he gets it.
Well, that's lovely from De Vries there, isn't it? Through the legs of Parias. Isaias with all his experience, getting back to help cover his fullback.
Just to finish on the Dutch trialist, Daan Klomp, 26 years of age. He's been playing in the Canadian First Division for the last 4 years. As here's Randall on the attack. Stands up, Freens. Good defending from Kikianis. Been playing for Cavalry FC in the Canadian top flight, a semi-professional league. But looking to continue perhaps the Dutch influence at Adelaide. Adelaide looking to make it 4 wins on the trot for the first time since May 2022. If they can, they will extend their lead at the top of the table as well. Nice feet. Alagic breaking forward. He's got Falami on the left and finds him. Falami against Elliott again. Rogerson is back there helping out. Alagic goes to ground. He was backing in. He was toppling over, hoping perhaps for a tug to help him on his way down. Intercepted by Mork. Yull with Mork again. It's been a bit better from Adelaide in the last few minutes. They're managing to just put their foot on the ball in midfield.
Ben Falami has provided an outlet too down that left-hand side with his pace in behind. He marshalled pretty well, though, by the Auckland defence.
Yull trying to jink his way through. Isaias releases Parias. The cross is a good one. So is the defensive header from Rogerson. Yull, nice feet, Johnny Yull. Brilliant block from Vestrata. Ball played back in, and it's Painaka who gets it clear this time.
Well, Dylan Parias looked up there and just saw a wall of white shirts, didn't he? Wasn't too much to aim for. Decided to go low and hard.
You can see there all 10 players behind the ball except for Max Mata up front. Isaias back with Kikianis. There was a ball like that for Stefan Mork, which saw him score. Falami, cross back post, but there's nobody forward with him. De Vries looking long. Isaias at the second attempt takes it away from Randall and Guillermo Mai. Isaias looks over the top for Parias. May have been a hand there and a little push. Combination of the two means free kick. Might have got away with one of them, but not both.
And there's the arm in the back, and there's almost catching the ball with the right hand.
Ten minutes to go in the first half. You can see a little area of the travelling support there for the New Zealand team fans. Freens. Mata's little nod down. Painaka wrestling with Jovanovic. Alagic for Javi Lopez. Jovanovic again. It's Tommy Smith with front position now. He's come into the side and After a little spell where Auckland lost their fantastic invincibility when Dan Hall was out injured with that broken bone in the ankle. They've settled that ship very well now. Jovanovic, good challenge from Guy Goss, but it's out for another corner. Tommy Smith is now building up that rapport at the back with Painaka. Third corner of the evening for Adelaide. Johnny Yull again with Falami short. This time Yull delivers into the middle. Good ball to the back post, but again De Vries uncontested. Mai needs support. Mai, switch of play for De Vries again. Gallegos with Jesse Randall. Decides to run at Isaias. Falami fouled by Elliott. The foul count we can expect to be in Adelaide's favour. They are the side that give away the fewest free kicks in the league this season. The only side to have conceded less than 100 so far. Auckland have just passed the 150 mark. Only Sydney and Perth have given away more free kicks than the Black Knights. Isaias with Johnny Yull. That's nice play from Jovanovic, and Yull's first time ball was a good idea, but couldn't find Stefan Mork, and now the break might be on here. Randall down the left, great early touch to take him round Freens, just couldn't control it.
Well, there's a snapshot of the match so far. A little bit of skill. The defensive numbers getting around the ball in quick speed, in quick time. You can see here, good attacking play, touch inside, but bang, there's Parias. There's the next one. And then just when he thinks he's got some time on the ball, Randall says, no, I'm back at you.
Given away by Mata for Parias. Johnny Yull, lovely skills. Good challenge though, Guy Goss. Literally an example of exactly what you were talking about right there. There is no time for either side on the ball. Defences right on top, spoiling. Here's Yull with a little bit of space in behind the midfield, able to turn and face forward with Parias. His cross is blocked. That's another corner.
Well, I think that could be an outlet there, that what we just saw from Adelaide is just that little dink over the top into the attacking midfield areas. Auckland pressing very well higher up the pitch. When they go long, Adelaide, Painaka, De Vries, Smith have been very strong in winning everything. Maybe it's that three-quarter ball.
Falami with Alagic. His cross, back post. Kikianis just couldn't get free at the back post of the defensive attention.
Well, it's good defending, isn't it? Just marshalling the attackers, just guiding them away from the flight of the ball, not allowing them to get a run on.
Alex Paulson, just 2 goals conceded in his last 4 matches, having started the season with 5 consecutive clean sheets. After 6 wins from 6, they've actually gone 2 wins, 2 draws and 2 losses in their last 6. Referee allows play to continue. It was Pineacre just making sure Jovanovic was not closing down his keeper. Now Rogerson. Mai in the middle. Rogerson manages to get the cross in. Randall at the back post. Parias does well. Randall gets there first though. De Vries wanted it on his left to cross. Does so. Javi Lopez not taking any chances. Alagic neither.
Well, there's definitely been some physical challenges out there, hasn't there? Nothing untoward, just body-to-body contact. Pineacre, he's really testing Jovanovic up front, isn't he? Even off the ball, just blocking runs, dropping the shoulder. Max Matters throwing himself around up front.
You get nothing for free against this Auckland FC side. Elliott blocked. You have to work for absolutely everything. Rogerson, nicely done. Verstraete's early ball. Kikianis did very well. Smith now with Jovanovic. Back to Pineacre. De Vries. All the way back to Paulson again. Approaching just his 50th A-League appearance, Alex Paulson at the back. At the moment, he's looking for his 20th clean sheet. That's nearly 1 in 2. That is not a bad return for a goalkeeper, especially one who's debuting.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. So often the saviour last season and this as well. When you have such a solid defence in front, makes their life a lot easier for the keepers. And there you go, look, no shots on target for the match. We're now in the 44th minute.
And it's not for a want of trying or for, you know, a lack of trying to get forward of attack. It's just defences are right on top. They are spoiling everything at the moment. Rogerson again, the cross early. Parias clears for Johnny Yull. He's a good little player, Johnny Yull, who has had to bide his time. He's been brought through. He's caught the eye with some fantastic goals at MPL level. Australia Youth International. And you can see here that he's still developing, that he's not stagnated in the reserves.
And there was another moment that illustrates the first half as the ball came to him. 3 white shirts from every direction came. He managed to win the foul on that occasion, but he was never getting out of there, was there, by hook or by crook. He was not advancing with the ball.
Now Kikianis, long. Oh, it's going to have to be a fantastic ball to beat Smith there. Mai, nice touch. Still got it, needs support now. It comes in the form of Rogerson. Back outside with Mai. Mata's in the middle. Cross comes in. Oh, it was very close. It was very close to the head of Max Mata and then very close to sneaking inside the far post.
Well, it's a wonderful ball. And look at the run of Mata here. Starts at the far post and runs across to that near post. Maybe with a little bit more conviction. He started a little slow and threw his body. And he wasn't too far away. Anything on that. And it's trouble for Adelaide.
Right on the stroke as 45 minutes ticked over. Another opportunity for the away side. Just the 1 minute of stoppage time. So only a few seconds left. Will there be one more opportunity for Auckland? De Vries. The long throw, the little slip from Isaias, a nudge in the back. Frustration for Mata. Alex King explaining the decision. Adelaide happy to take their time at the moment because they know that they have had fewer chances than their opponents so far. Plenty of food for thought for Carl Beard. No time to take the free kick in a match of precious few chances. It's the away side, Auckland FC, in their first ever trip to Cooper's Stadium, that have had slightly the better of proceedings. They have had the only shot of the match so far against an Adelaide side who are, for the moment, holding on just to that top spot in the league. Half-time, it's scoreless at Cooper's between Adelaide United and Auckland FC. And we will be right back after the break with the halftime show with Max and Bruce. Don't go away.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
What happened to rehearsal?
Here we go. It's coming right now.
Yeah. And I thought your 9-hour explanation of Route 1 football was a real eye-opener. Thank you so much.
Got two Simon Hills before and after.
Did you spot a foul?
It's a bad camera angle. I think that's fair.
He just mildly snaps his Achilles.
Right. The slow motion. The slow motion makes it worse.
Sorry, what's that? Oh, we've been moved to 10p. That is devastating.
Welcome back to Cooper's Stadium. We'd love to say we've had a lot of goals. We usually do when we come back at halftime in an Adelaide United home game. But it's been a bit of a defensive struggle so far in this top of the table clash. 0-0 at halftime. Both teams have had half chances, but the defences have really stood up. Bruce, your early opinions on this one, 45 minutes in?
Yeah, it is a defensive struggle, a bit of a midfield battle. Mac has brought it up in the commentary a couple of times. You really don't have time to breathe. Both teams doing a great job pressing. It's going to take that little bit of individual brilliance, a little bit of quality, some interplay to really catch someone half a second behind and make the difference in this game.
Auckland has been all year, only nine goals they've conceded in 12 games. It's been an absurd record. Does it look like at any point this is going to be broken in either way?
Well, you look at the bench of Adelaide United, there's a lot of firepower there. So I think the second half it'll start to open up a little bit as well. Only takes one mistake for the other team to punish. And in the top of the table clash, you've got to take your moments to punish the opposition.
Right, well, let's take a look at the non-punishing we've had so far, the Harvey Norman highlights. Look, there have been half chances, semi-chances at both ends of the pitch. At the start, it looked like Auckland was probably slightly more on top. Adelaide's defence standing up where it needs to, as much as we are mentioning Auckland's big boys, their big back four.
Yeah, and, you know, Auckland, they've had Randall coming in and DeVries delivering some crosses. Rogerson's been delivering crosses from the other side, and Adelaide United had to scramble back. Piraeus has been in a lot of the action. You know, his overlapping runs have been fantastic. And if he just gets his cross, just that, you know, decision-making, is it a low cross, is it a high cross? I think that could be the difference.
You said that a few times. You pointed out a couple of crosses. You said that one should have been low, that one should have been high. We just seem to have gone wrong every single time.
And it's just the last pass. That's what's missing. That final action, the last pass, that decision-making for Auckland and for Adelaide United. I think both teams go in at half-time relatively happy with how they're going. Adelaide United have made a lot of changes. Auckland backing up after only a couple of days. I think both teams should be happy with their first half.
Match stats there. Possession slightly in Adelaide's favour. The shots on target, it's not a stat any of us really love. Currently 0-0, but you can see Adelaide is the team that's had more of the ball. But Auckland, you see right down at the bottom there, touches in opposition box. For all of their lack of possession compared to Adelaide, they are getting it up there.
And I think Robbie said it at the start of the game where he said, you know, two different philosophies colliding. Auckland, very defensive minded. They're a very physical team. You've seen them push the Adelaide United boys around a little bit. Pinacre has been really bullying Jovanovic, if you like.
It's tough for someone like Jovanovic as a smaller striker.
That's right. Well, that's where the movement comes into play. He's got to play smart, win that half a yard to make the difference. But you can see through the stats, it's been that type of game. Both teams playing their philosophy. Who's going to come out on top? We're going to have to wait and see.
Right, let's do the P+ index here, and you can see which players have been having the biggest of impacts. It is coming. The lights look nice. Isaias is the one who comes out on top at the moment. He's been involved in a lot. It's his first start for a long time, the Spanish veteran. He has been on the ball a lot, Bruce.
And that's right. He's setting the tempo from an Adelaide United perspective. You know, Kikianis has brought some great balls into him where he can turn and try and play that last pass or try and set up those attacks, whether it's sending it wide to Piraeus, sending it wide to Falamian. Defensively, very disciplined. He's that irritating player.
Isn't he? You can just see, looking at that highlight there, he's always the first person to suggest to the referees, to the linesmen, no, that one's ours. He's always been like that, Bruce.
Absolutely, and he is everywhere. Really important player. One of the Adelaide United legends, without a doubt. Former captain. He's really important. Real cog to the wheel of this Adelaide United midfield tonight.
Right, he's a former captain. We've got a current captain with us now. He'd love to be playing, but he's not. Ryan Kiddo, thanks for your time. Tell us, first of all, why aren't you playing?
Yeah, unfortunately, just with the short turnaround, just couldn't get up in time. Just picked up a little niggle in the original rivalry, so we knew it was going to be a physical contest, so we couldn't take any risks, and it's proving a physical contest.
And your analysis of the game so far, kids, how have you felt the boys have been going, and what do they need to do? If you were the coach for a minute, what would you change in the second half?
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I think it's been very cagey. I think we've got into a couple of good areas down the right-hand side and put a few balls in, but just hasn't been yet. I think when we can face forward, I think we just need more forward runs if we can then try and exploit them and try and get in between maybe the fullback and the centre-back. There's a little bit of space there, so hopefully we might be able to exploit that in the second half.
Briefly, you're a little bit sore. Would you be right for the next game?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Okay. You may not be right for the next game, though, if you have your second child. Where are you at? Because we thought that maybe you would have had it already. We're off the plane to New Zealand a couple of weeks ago, then we're back, and then we're here, and are we having a child?
My wife hopes so. Yeah, it's been a long wait. Yeah, but it will be within the next week, so I won't miss a game through it.
And Kiddo, in the context of the season, just how important is this game? You know, you win it, you start to kick on at the top of the table, you create a little bit of that gap between yourselves, Auckland and the rest, with some big games to come, Melbourne City, Sydney FC. How important is all 3 points at home this game setting up the season?
Yeah, definitely. It's a massive game for us. As you say, we can go 4 points clear at the top there, and got a couple of games in hand, but they don't mean much unless you get the points. So we're looking to maximise them here at home, and as you said, we've got a couple of tough games coming up, so we'll try and take them when we can.
They're all tough games in this league. Thank you very much for your time, Ryan Kiddo. Look forward to seeing you back out here soon.
Thank you very much.
Oh, as I said, they're all tough games. So we've got a big blue coming up, my friends. That is all part of this massive January that is going on Channel 10 and Paramount Plus. Something to look forward to.
Segacic is going to go for it. Oh, hat-trick! What a fantastic goal! Shash, oh, that's a nice touch. Mashash outside, the opportunity for Santos. His first goal for Melbourne victory. Welcome back to Coopers Stadium, where Auckland FC are currently holding the league leaders. Adelaide United scoreless at the break. It's only the third time Adelaide have failed to score in the first half of a match this season. They have never been kept scoreless in an A-League match this term, so Auckland are halfway there to doing the job. If they can sneak a little goal in the process, they themselves will move top of the table. It is the home side getting us underway at a sold-out Coopers Stadium for the second time in 4 days. We haven't had the drama and the excitement so far, but Daniel McBreen, we've had plenty of intensity, and you can feel just what's at stake in this one. Top spot and the arm wrestle is what comes with it.
Well, exactly, Robbie. Really has been an arm wrestle in that midfield. Someone needs to find a way to break the shackles of the defensive prowess of both teams. It's been aggressive, it's been in your face. There's been fouls when needed to slow the play. Neither team really has found a way to open up the defence and create a real good goal-scoring opportunity.
Here's Johnny Yull trying to create something with Isaias. Yull accelerates, gets it in behind to Parias. The cutback, good football from Adelaide at the start of this second half, and Rogerson concedes a corner.
Well, Tommy Smith is asking his assistant referee about an offside. It was very close as Parias made the run in behind.
Nalagic with the corner, drives it in. Jovanovic was looking to get there. Header away by Pinecker. Mata. That's Alagic who took the corner, who's retreating and retrieves possession for the home side. His switch of play doesn't find Stephen Mork, only the head of Callan Elliott. Elliott, nicely done. Selling the dummy to Stephen Mork and then cutting the ball inside, but it's been turned over. Perhaps there's danger here, and Johnny Yull and Jovanovic tackling each other when there was just a little opportunity there.
Well, they're so intent on getting the tackles in and pressure on the ball. They're getting in each other's way here. No communication. That look says it all there, really.
Back out with Callan Elliott. Verstrata forced to stretch. As we see the Auckland FC lineup at the bottom of your screen, unchanged from that 3-0 win over Melbourne City. There is a little pocket of travelling support. I am also reliably informed that the Tyler Street Sport in the CBD of Auckland is packed to the rafters this evening as well. One of our colleagues, a former goalkeeper, might have given me a little tip off there. I hope you're enjoying your evening, Spooners.
Well, if you can't make the trip, you get together and watch it together, don't you?
Foul goes against Ethan Alagic.
Just a little late.
Neither side with a shot on target so far. And it was Jesse Randall trying to use his pace to get in behind, but Parias has plenty of that to burn as well.
And that's a lovely touch from Guillermo May. Look at the recovery run from Dylan Parias. That just sums up tonight. Some fantastic attacking play, a little bit of skill. But the defensive side of the game tonight is winning the battle so far.
De Vries to deliver. Here they come, Auckland attacking the space now towards Pinecker. Tipped over by Cox.
Well, he's been dominant at the back tonight so far. I think no one's going over anyway, but Cox wasn't taking any chance. Look up early. May have come off Alagic first. then onto Pineacre as it looped over the bar.
Ethan Cox getting his players positioned where they need to be. Again, you can see a mix of man marking and zonal in and around that 6-yard box. A couple of smiles in there as well for the challenge that's arriving, and that ball was right on top of Rogerson and Cox.
Well, he just got the hands up late, didn't he, Cox? I don't think he got the connection he desired, but he got the job done.
It was Rogerson in this kind of area that caused plenty of problems for Patrick Beach against Melbourne City. You can see a different approach now. They all want to be Ethan Cox's best mate at the moment. Where do you think this one's headed? In it comes, and it doesn't find them. And you can see a few shakes of the head and from those waiting in the middle.
Well, I don't think any of them expected it to go there.
Javi Lopez. Mata looking for the little touch, cleared by Isaias towards Ivanovic. He got a lucky bounce there off Tommy Smith. Falami looking to accelerate again. Rogerson coming back to help out, and there's Gallegos. Rogerson again.
Well, there were 7 white shirts that got back there to get back in numbers. And then when Adelaide gave the ball away, the 3 or 4 that were forward quickly switched into pressing mode and forced the error.
Cox with Isaias again. You can see the press, and it's not exactly a panic, but they're not just calm and confident at the back either. Adelaide with those white shirts marauding down on them. Pineacre back to Paulson. Smith back again. Coolly done for De Vries. Ooh, a challenge there from Freens. He's claiming he got the ball. Zhao Amai might not agree.
Oh, this will give us a better look. I think he does get the ball, really, doesn't he? Does he follow through and take the player out at the same time?
And he's up on his feet, Mai, and still walking a little gingerly. Just 26 years of age. The Uruguayan forward, who's a bit of a playmaker, not an out-and-out number 9. De Vries delivers. Ivanovic does well. Now Yull. Parias trying to offer him support. For the moment, he's creating plenty of space for Johnny Yull. Now Yull continues. Perhaps he just overdid a little bit. He had numbers forward with him there.
Well, he did have numbers forward, and it was a good run in behind. But again, 9 white shirts back in force. They are so well organised and disciplined, this Auckland defence, that as soon as they gave that ball away, it was like a race to see who could get back to their 18 the fastest.
Alagic. Well, they went top of the table early on Saturday at home, only for Adelaide to take it off them later in the day. That's nice football. Alagic gets it wide to Falami. Javi Lopez now. Falami coming. short. Verstrata gets there ahead of Morg, but corner is the call from Alex King.
Yeah, it's good pressure from Morg. A little grab of the arm, but I don't think you can say there's too much in that.
Here it comes, in from Johnny Young. Good ball as well. Excellent defensive header from Smith. Rogerson long towards Randall. He almost managed to turn Isaias, but the wily old Spaniard was not to be outdone. Freens with Isaias again. Oh, that's under hit. Kikianis under pressure from Javi Lopez. And Freens sees it out of play for the throw. He'll wait for Dylan Perias to come back and get that. Another little nervy moment, just showing that the press, even when it's not won back immediately by a white shirt, is having an effect. The Adelaide back line just looking a little unsettled. Here's Alagic. Good turn. That will be a booking for Max Mata. First yellow card of the game, 57 minutes in.
Well, a pretty easy decision for Alex King there. And you have to start to think, well, how long is a wonderful ball that is until fatigue starts to set in.
Well, there's a little bit of it, perhaps.
Yeah.
Dylan Perias, who is probably can be afforded a little bit of fatigue because he's played every minute of, not only played every minute of the season, but up and down that flank non-stop. Isaias gets there. Alagic settles things. Johnny Yull, nice touch. He was looking for the return ball. He knew Alagic was making that run, but he was coming from a long way back. Approaching the hour mark. Which coach is going to be the first to blink as well? Steve Corica has his first choice side, at least of what's available out there. Oh, that's a nice ball into the channel for Randall. There's no Dan Hall to a long-term injury. There's no Sakai or Liam Gillian this evening. But in terms of options on the bench, there's the new signing, the Australia under-23 international Francois Marley. As Jovanovic is bundled over by Pineacre, who tries to look innocent, but he's not going to get away with that one. Yellow card for Pineacre.
Well, he's been aggressive all night tonight on that occasion. Jovanovic did just enough to get his body across the line.
Third yellow card of the season for Pineacre. Louis Verstrata has 4, so if he was to get booked, that would be a ban coming up for him as it stands at the moment. 60th minute, free kick for Adelaide. Johnny Yoll's ball, back post. Curling in the end into the arms of Alex Paulson.
Well, it was just given a little bit too much air. Put the odds in the favour of Paulson. I'm not too sure what the injury is there.
It will be Alex Paulson to get us back underway. After the drop ball. Surrounded by red shirts. Bart Friens comes away with it. Now here is Panakikianis. Wants to play through the middle. We've seen a number of times he's looked for that kind of pass. Oh, it was a good ball as well. And Johnny Yull just lost his footing. That's one way to play your way through the press, but unfortunately they've just handed the ball straight back again. Gallegos for Mai. Nice turn. Looks up. Looks back towards Gallegos. It didn't make it that far.
Well, it was Adelaide's turn on that occasion to get the bodies back, recover, help their teammates out.
The danger for Adelaide is just turning it over so quickly. They have it again here. Jovanovic needs support, finds it eventually in the form of Johnny Yull. Parias outside him. Yull again straightens up. Verstrata not buying any of the dummies.
On the odd occasion Adelaide do go forward. They're just a little indecisive, aren't they, with the passing. An extra touch which kills the moment.
Back they go again. A little push in the back, a little bit of shepherding off the ball. Some screening to protect the goalkeeper. Ethan Cox just launched the ball long. Here come a couple of changes then. Ben Falami is replaced by Yaya Dukuli. That'll be a straight swap in that wide position, and Archie Goodwin comes on to replace Jovanovic. Goodwin, who started the game against Melbourne Victory, he's got 5 goals so far this season. Yaya Dukuli, who scored against the Mariners but also came off the bench to great effect, set up Ethan Aligic's winner against Melbourne Victory on Saturday as Johnny Yull gets there. Great photo that came out of Yaya Dukuli and Ethan Aligic playing in the under-10s or something for Adelaide United a decade ago now. Clever touch from Parias, who beat De Vries. All ends up there. Perhaps not intentionally.
Well, you've got a little fortuitous there. He's bounced off the ankle.
Johnny Yull delivers again towards Kikianis. Morks at the back post, off the crossbar. Stefan Mork, who's been in outstanding goal-scoring form this season, wasn't far away from his 6th of the campaign.
Well, he's been a leading light, hasn't he, for Adelaide this season in particular, especially on the goal-scoring front. Rattled the crossbar on that occasion.
Here's the first touch for Yaya Dukuli, taking on Callan Elliott. Rogerson there to help out. It's a throw. Nope, it's gone the other way for Auckland as we see that again.
Well, in the Harvey Norman replay, Stefan Mork. Chest, and didn't he catch it well? Alex Paulson threw the hand up. Not sure if he was going to get there, if it was on target. And that's really their best opportunity of the match so far.
Well, here come the changes from Steve Corica. Nader Moreno and Jake Brimmer coming on for Jesse Randall. That will be for Moreno in that wide position. And the other man coming off is Luis Felipe Gallegos, a defensive midfielder, so Jake Brimmer coming on for him. He plays a little higher up perhaps than Verstraete, but certainly Brimmer will bring a little more creativity in a playmaking role to that Auckland midfield.
Well, Johnny Warren medalist from a couple of seasons ago. Jake Brimmer will look to inject himself here.
Ada Moreno has a couple of goals to his name as well, including a free kick against Melbourne City in the last minute. Alagic dispossessed Brimmer. Now Mai, look at the space here. Freen's got back, but there's the shot and there's the goal. What an entrance from Ada Moreno. He runs to celebrate with that little pocket of travelling fans, the Colombian. And Auckland FC celebrate. What a substitution, what an impact off the bench for Moreno and Steve Corica.
Well, it was Brimmer who won the ball on the Harvey Norman replay. Got knocked forward, and VAR will look at that, and they're discussing now Alex King and his assistants on whether this strikes the hand right there. Now, we know the rules. Yeah.
Now, the crowd have just seen it as well, and there we see, as we watch the replay, Alex King has just awarded a free kick.
Well, the rules state that if the ball strikes the hand and falls to the goal scorer who immediately scores, well, then it's no goal. Intentional or otherwise, and that's the way that the rule has been explained to all and sundry. And I think Alex King and his team have probably got this right, as much as Auckland and Moreno won't like it.
Now VAR are now having a look at it. I mean, they would have been having a look at it, but Alex King was alerted to that by his assistant on this near side. So for the moment, it's not a VAR ruling. Now, is it whose hand, or is it Dylan Parias who it's come off? It looks hard to tell. This might be the angle that tells us.
Yeah, well,
there you go.
Wow, there you go. What a difference an angle can make. For all money, you thought that
After
was...
factual review, it does not hit the attacking hand. Goal.
Well, they've got the right answer. And thank goodness we had that reverse angle, because I think we all thought that it came off Moreno's hand. And it was an inspired substitution from Steve Corica. Both
original goal call stands.
Correct. Both substitutions who just came on, involved in the build-up and the goal.
And so, Auckland have just moved in the live ladder. 2 points clear at the top. What an important goal. A third of the season from Ada Moreno. And literally less than 60 seconds after coming on. And now we will see what Adelaide can produce, because they are a side that have struggled on occasion at home. Just 2 wins so far. They've won all 6 of their away matches this season. If they have dropped points, their only defeat came here against Western Sydney. There is the live ladder. Auckland moving to 29. Archie Goodwin seeing if he can't change that now. Well defended, De Vries.
Well, it's all or nothing for the final 20 minutes now for Adelaide, finding themselves a goal down. Archie Goodwin will always inject some pace and drive and fortitude going forward.
In front of the Red Army, Alagic delivers. Paulson comes and punches. Johnny Yull, Mata clears, only as far as Kikianis. A little bit more urgency all of a sudden about Adelaide. You mentioned the goal and the role of Brimmer as DeCooley taking on Callan Elliott, getting the better of him as well. Early cross. Cleared by Tommy Smith, corner to come for Adelaide. But it was that turnover in the middle of the park where Auckland have been so strong all day. And then the quick release forward. Now, they have something to defend Auckland. Already defeated MacArthur by a 1-0 this season. Sydney FC as well. 7 clean sheets. They know how to do it more than any other side in the competition. Johnny Yull delivers back post beyond everyone. Freens won't get there. Oh, well, he's kept it in play, at least denied a goal kick. Possession in this second half, matching the overall. Adelaide, who had that chance, Stephen Moore, just a couple of minutes before Moreno's goal. And it was the only real opportunity Adelaide have had all game. Moor's shot that crashed back off the crossbar. Ethan Cox with Vreens, and again Auckland's press has won it back. Moreno, Nader Moreno again trying to curl it, looking for the brace, saved by Cox. Adelaide playing with fire.
Well, it was a sloppy turnover, wasn't it, in the back third. Moreno looking to open up the body and bend into the far corner, but the press keeps coming. Adelaide need to use the speed of this man, DeCooley, and Archie Goodwin to find a way through in behind.
He was looking to just feed it through to Johnny Yull, who's still full of running. Adelaide can take heart from the fact that every single time they have conceded the opening goal, they have not lost. 4 wins and a draw so far this season when conceding the opening goal. So they're a side that have a certain character about them, and they're back on the front foot here. Johnny Yull again. Short with DeCooley. Brimmer quickly out, DeCooley getting down the byline. There's a hand there. It'll be a free kick against Logan Rogerson.
Well, it was wonderful feat, wasn't it? You see Rogerson just sticks out the arm. As soon as he went to ground, he knew he was done.
Change is coming. Zach Clough coming into the game to replace Stephen Moore with 17 minutes left. And there is a change about to come for Auckland as well, but are they just going to wait a moment? Now, Zach Clough has immediately come across to take this free kick. Is that going to be a stroke of genius from Carl Viet? In it comes, the header is a good one away. Callan Elliott, I think it was in the end, that got his head on that. Now the change will come for Auckland with Cameron Howison coming on to replace Guillermo Mai. Referee Alex King saying the closest sideline is just there. You can do the walk all the way around the Adelaide fans for your troubles. And there it begins. He can smile about it at least. Guillermo Mai.
Well, he's going to have a few conversations around the pitch, isn't he?
He's not being shy in talking back to them either.
Well, he can. It's 1-0.
Here is Kikianis. With Bart Vrains, just continuing his Australian football education. For Guillermo Mai. That's the Red Army he's passing now by the sounds of things.
Nice thumbs up, all amicable, I'm sure.
Excellent, good to see. I'm sure he's seen a lot worse on the football pitches of Uruguay and Argentina over the years.
Thumbs up.
All very respectful. A little laugh as well. He's been a great addition to the A-League, Guillermo Mai. He's scored some fantastic goals. You can see the quality footballer that he is as well. De Cooley trying to close down Verstrata. Callan Elliott looks long, one for Rogerson to chase. Lopez. Again, every pass is taking a touch. Johnny Yull can't find Clough. Gets a foot in there, but Mata is still fighting for everything. Rogerson. Adelaide with more of the ball, but they need it. They need to chase the game, and for the moment they can't put their foot on it. 7 shots to 2 in favour of the away side. 3 on target is telling. Adelaide have scored in every single match this season, yet to test Alex Paulson.
Well, I was just looking there. Only Sydney FC have scored more goals than them this season so far, and they haven't registered a shot on target. This Auckland FC defence is doing a marvellous job of containing them. And when you talk about the defence as well, as you see a sloppy touch from De Cooley, it's not just the back four. It is a team effort. And we've spoken a couple of times now on the effort to get back when the ball's given away and Adelaide look like they might be breaking. Well, it's almost like it's a race to get back, to fill the spots, get back and help the teammates. And they've done it so often this season.
Glancing header all the way through to Paulson, who'll be in no rush to take it. Archie Goodwin has to try and close down the New Zealand international. Where's the number 12 for Auckland FC? Had an amazing season at Wellington Phoenix last year. Mata lands on the ball, has to be careful, he's already got a yellow card this evening. He was tackled there by Kikianis. Adelaide are just really struggling to find passes at the moment, get behind that curtain of white. There is Cor Adrianse, the Adelaide United owner. The Dutch influence. Must be a very proud club owner at the moment. And seeing what this team is achieving at the moment. Javi Lopez with De Cooley. Great play, De Cooley into the box. Now Vreens strikes it blocked. Brimmer trying to bring it away, close down. Alagic will keep it alive. Space here for Yull. Yull cross, back post. Parias arriving, side netting.
Well, it was probably just too tight an angle. Johnny Yull with a fantastic ball into the far post area. And he goes to catch Alex Paulson out at that near post. And to be fair to Dylan Parias, if he looks to go square, De Vries and Pineacre are there. And those two in particular have had fantastic games tonight. Along with Tommy Smith, Pineacre's been a standout for me. He has given the young Adelaide attackers a real lesson in football tonight. We've seen him physically dominate them, positionally. Read the game so well.
Freens gets there. Alagic helps it for Yull. Now DeCooley looking to use his pace. He just grabbed the shirt of Callan Elliott. Oh, the ball into the middle. Goodwin scores. Archie Goodwin has equalised. VAR will be having a look at the tug from Yaya DeCooley on the shirt of Callan Elliott. This one will be analysed before Adelaide can truly feel they're back on level terms, but for the moment, the crowd believes they are.
Well, on the Harvey Norman replay, you see there's a little pull on the shirt, and that's probably going to be enough, I would say, to say that there's a foul. Here, we'll a great look at it here. There it is there, and I'm sure that'll be enough to pull it back, but DeCooley goes on. We were just singing the praise of Pineacre. It goes through his legs, unfortunately. Archie Goodwin does his job, puts it away. And I'm sure that Alex King will come and have a look.
Well, he's coming across now while you watch the replay. Alex King has been called across to have a look. So I guess the question for Alex King is, was there enough physical force in the tug? Was Callan Elliott impeded, or did he go to ground looking for the free kick? That can be the only real discussion.
There's also an argument down here from the Adelaide United players suggesting that perhaps the right hand was holding Yaya DeCooley. I don't know if it's an argument that they want to take to court, but they're throwing it at the referee right now.
Well, it sounds like one, because they know what's coming themselves. I wonder if VAR are having a look at the TV angle of that. There you see Isaias trying to have that discussion. Now let's have a look at the hands. Well, there's no hand there until way after. I don't know what angle the Adelaide players are looking at.
Well, Elliott doesn't put his right arm out until he's pulled back by DeCooley, so I think there's going to be one outcome here, really.
Now here's another angle. Does this change something of the way the players are running?
It's going to be a very contentious decision. Doesn't matter which way it goes, I think.
Well, I can tell you one thing, I don't think the Adelaide fans are going to like if this is ruled off.
Well, there is clearly some debate going on between referee Alex King, and you can see in the VAR booth there. Let's find out what the final adjudication is from the man himself in the middle, Alex King.
After an on-field review, there is not enough impact in this. Our decision is goal.
Wow.
Archie Goodwin has the equaliser. His 6th goal of the season. It's his best return by some distance of an A-League campaign. He's come off the bench to make the difference here. Steve Corica with a shake of the head, can't believe it.
Well, let's have a look on the Harvey Norman replay. I can't wait to hear Steve Corica's view on that one after this. Well, they've given it, and Archie Goodwin scored. We spoke about substitutions having an impact. Yaya DeCooley and Archie Goodwin combine to bring Adelaide level.
After Brimmer and Moreno at the other end. And we're going to have an A-League debut now for Jonty Bidwa. This youngster, 20 years of age, has only previously played in the National League for Tauranga. He is the younger brother of Riley Bidwa, who played 5 times for Wellington Phoenix as well. It's a bit of a footballing family. Riley Bidwa, a New Zealand under-23 international striker, recently playing in the Victorian NPL. And now for Jonty Bidwa, a chance to try and use his big frame and get amongst the goals. He has an excellent scoring record in the New Zealand National League. This is the next step up for him. And I'm sure there would be plenty of discussion into that decision by Alex King. Isaias leads the Paramount Plus player index for the moment. Verstrata, Moreno off the bench. Archie Goodwin as well with that goal. Ethan Cox is there. I think one discussion to be had, Macca, is the one of lifting the threshold, making it a more physical game, but there we're not talking about physical impact. We're talking about a shirt pull.
There's going to be 2 very differing views on that foul or non-foul, isn't there, depending on which camp you're in. I have to be honest, I thought it would be struck off. A clear pull of the shirt, wasn't it?
And look, I think probably most Adelaide fans looking at the big screen were thinking we've still got some work to do in this one. As it is, they still do, of course, but they've been handed the lifeline. It was a great finish. It was a great run from Yaya Dakuli and a good finish from Archie Goodwin. Take nothing away from that. And will it give this Adelaide side the impetus to go on and try and win it now? Will that rock the foundations of Auckland FC?
Well, what it has done also is put Adelaide back on top of the pile.
That's right, the live ladder has changed again. For the moment, they've each added a point to their tally, but it's status quo between the 2 of them. Is Zach Clough and Adelaide going to have another say about that? Near post, not from that one. Cleared by Brimmer. He's got that right leg quite heavily strapped. There is the live ladder. So they're kicking clear at the top if it finishes in a draw between the 2 of them. And a win for either side would be a big step towards, I guess, believing in their ambitions for the Premier's plate. These 2 are right in the hunt at the moment. Verstrata. Pineacre with Smith. Approaching the last 90 seconds of regulation time. Smith looks up, looks long. Towards Bidwa. Javi Lopez. Just using up a few more seconds. Is this the word from the Adelaide camp that with so many matches at the moment, with a heavily rotated squad for the first time this season against an Auckland side who have really made life difficult for them this evening, would they settle for a point?
Well, you're never settling for a point, are you? When you have top spot on the line against the nearest team on the ladder, and you're going for broke to the very final whistle.
Well, particularly when you add the fact that they're at home as well, in front of a big crowd at Coopers. Parias looking for the free kick, and he gets it. More protestation from Auckland FC. Archie Goodwin. Came off with another collision with Pineacre. Let's have a look. In fact, it's Smith who had his eyes on Archie Goodwin this time. They're like bad cop at the back, Pineacre and Smith.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? And every now and then De Vries gets involved as well. He's just going to have some of this action.
Callan Elliott under pressure, nods it back to Cooley. Well, he didn't quite know what to do with it there, Callan Elliott. In the end, he got away with it. 6 more minutes of stoppage time at the end of this contest. Both sides going to go for broke. Top spot is the carrot. Top spot the reward for a little bit of daring, a little bit of audacity. And speaking of big games, the Big Blue, Friday night on Paramount Plus. 7 p.m. Australian Eastern. Summertime. Melbourne Victory on the road. Isaias might yet fall for Archie Goodwin. Piraeus. Adelaide have really had to dig deep. And to be fair, they've had and conceded just 3 shots at goal themselves in this entire contest.
Well, he's in his cage lion mode again, isn't he? Walking up and down the technical area, occasionally growling at his team.
The last few minutes have been played more still in the midfield. It's been a really ferocious midfield battle. But just Adelaide have enjoyed a little bit more territory in the last few minutes. Kikianis back to Ethan Cox. Bart Freens. And there's what a midfield battle this has been. Adelaide with a little bit more of the ball, but it's been a really strong away performance from Auckland FC. De Cooley. It's not over yet, though. Johnny Yull. Isaias back out with Ethan Alagich. That's passed straight out from Javi Lopez. Now, some tired bodies there. Elliott with the throw. Trying to find a couple more yards up the touchline still. Towards Moreno. Nodded on towards Bidwa. It'll be a throw for Adelaide. And he's just putting himself around at the moment. The young striker, Jonty Bidwa, on debut. Freens. Kikianis. Lopez. Back again. 3 minutes left. Still time for either side. You'd have to think a goal now would just about settle the points. And top spot over the top for Piraeus. He's got the pace. Dylan Piraeus squares for Goodwin. And Adelaide are heading clear at the top. The late show is the red show. Ball over the top, the pace of Dylan Piraeus. And that instinctive finish that Archie Goodwin has brought to the club. Adelaide 2, Auckland 1.
Well, on the Harvey Norman replay, we spoke about using the pace of Goodwin and De Cooley in behind. Dylan Perez on this occasion is in, squares it up, and Archie Goodwin, as he always is in the right areas. It bounces off the head of De Vries. He's not watching, he's turning and trying to keep up with the run of Dylan Perez. And Archie Goodwin gets there first. Alex Paulson spreads himself but can do nothing about it. And Adelaide have two young strikers who know how to score late when it matters. This time it's Archie Goodwin. And they've really turned this one around. A contentious first goal, but that one was a sucker punch to Auckland.
Johnny Yull is making way. Amazingly, and I don't use that lightly, as Jay Barnett comes on to replace Johnny Yull, Adelaide will remain undefeated unless Auckland can score 2 goals in the last minute. Will remain undefeated when falling behind in matches this season. It's the 6th time, and they are looking at a 5th win in terms of come from behind. You couldn't write these scripts at the moment between Western United, Adelaide, Melbourne City's kids. What a season this A-League is shaping up to be. Callan Elliott looks towards the back post. Back inside, Smith, who's forward. Isaias hooks the ball away. De Vries looks back post. Cox comes and punches. De Cooley now under pressure. Auckland prepared to throw everything at Adelaide. Pineacre with De Vries. We're into the 8th minute of stoppage time. Knotted on by Howison. And Bidwell in stretching for the ball. I think he's collected mostly ball, but the foot was high towards the face of Kikianis.
Yeah, an easy one that. I know he's dipped down a little bit with his head, but still makes contact.
Well, they know they've been in a football match this evening. Adelaide United, just as they were 4 days ago against Melbourne Victory. It has been a titanic struggle for so long in this contest. They were second best to a big, physical, strong Auckland FC, who were not overawed by the occasion. But 2 late goals off the bench from Archie Goodwin may just be enough. There's still time. Moreno, long throw. Pineacre, it's come off. Javi Lopez. Corner. We're about to move into the 100th minute of this match. Francis De Vries. Paulson's forward. In it comes. Near post. They've scored! And did Steve Corica enjoy that? Logan Rogerson stooping at the near post to head home, and the Auckland FC fans get to celebrate as well.
Well, the full range of emotions on the Harvey Norman replay. It's a great ball into the near post area. De Vries with the ball, he just stands still. Adelaide players, just let him go. And Logan Rogerson turns this game back on its head, and Steve Corica says, have some of that, Adelaide. This is why we love the A-League. Look at the emotions. Both coaches fully invested. And just when you think this game is over on one way, it keeps turning and twisting. And the A-League delivers again.
How many times did this one look like it was over and decided? A roller coaster of emotions for these two sides. A top of the table clash that once it was ignited gave us absolutely everything in that final 10 minutes. Now that the temperature comes down just a little bit between the two coaches, enough for a very respectful shake of the hand. Well, Adelaide felt like they may have got out of jail. Now they feel like they've dropped 2 points. You just can't take your eyes off it. And both sides, I think, showing that they will be counted on right till the end of the season. Logan Rogerson, in the end, the hero, after it looked as though that was Archie Goodwin's crown for this evening. It was Moreno off the bench who gave Auckland the lead. And Archie Goodwin Brace looked for all money to have delivered Adelaide United 4 points clear at the top. But Logan Rogerson in the 100th minute, another goal from a corner, another header conceded by Adelaide. And this one was to prove costly as it finishes here at Coopers Stadium. Adelaide United 2, Auckland FC 2. Well, Macca, it's been another thrilling finish.
Well, it just keeps delivering, the A-League, doesn't it? The amount of games we've seen this year with the result changed in the last minute or so in a match. It shows that these teams just do not stop. Fantastic entertainment. It was a battle for a long period and it exploded at the end.
Well,